Most people know iCloud as it is a staple of the daily life of an Apple user, but fewer people know that there are many precursors to iCloud, and it is not Apple's first attempt at a cloud service. Today, let's not spend any time in this intro, let's get straight into all of iCloud precursors. On January 5th of 2000, Apple released its first cloud service known as iTools. You see, most people know iCloud, which came out in like 2011. Well, it came out their iCloud services way before that. And this one was known as iTools. It features some services like Mac.com, a free email service, homepage, a web page creation and hosting service, iCards, an online greeting card service, iDisk, Apple's first cloud storage service, iReview, a website review aggregation service, KidSafe, a service that limited web access to children, which is basically, think of like how you have like screen time for your kids nowadays, where you gotta set that and all that. That's the 2000 version of that. Okay, so yeah, this was a huge stepping stone in what would eventually become MobileMe, which is another precursor, which we'll get into, and iCloud. On July 17th of 2002, iTools was relaunched as .Mac, a subscription-based service that was very similar to iTools and lasted up until May of 2008, where MobileMe will now come into picture. There was rumors about a service to replace .Mac in June of 2008 when Apple bought the me.com domain name. It turned out the rumors were right when on June 9th of 2008, Apple announced that .Mac would be replaced by MobileMe, which launched on July 9th, 2008. But the launch did not go very smoothly. Various .Mac features were gone from the release of MobileMe, and it was overall unstable syncing problems and people not being able to access the mail functions of MobileMe, which people need for their daily lives, obviously. Fortune magazine asked Steve Jobs what MobileMe was supposed to do in summer of 2008, and when someone answered, Steve responded by saying, "So why the F doesn't it do that?" So you can tell it was a complete disaster of a launch, and even Steve Jobs was not even satisfied, and you know how much a perfectionist Steve Jobs was. And there were even like internal emails from Jobs to his employees that MobileMe launched too hurriedly and was not up to Apple's standards. He also wrote it was a mistake to launch MobileMe at the same time as the iPhone 3G, iPhone 2.0 software, and App Store. All of this according to Wikipedia, of course. And on August the 18th of 2008, MobileMe subscribers were now offered a 60-day extension to the one that was previously offered, showing how kind of desperate they were getting at this point. And this whole entire launch just like cemented itself as failure because no one bought it further, really. The only ones that were buying MobileMe in the time between summer of 2008 and fall of 2011 were just like die-hard Apple fans. And if you like go back to some of these older videos that people are making on be the ones that would actually buy MobileMe, and you compare that to like a normal user, I don't think they're buying MobileMe because normal user wasn't really, because normal user would probably just see all of the failures and downsides of this and we're just like, I don't really care, I'm not gonna buy this. And eventually, after a couple years of complete failure in 2011, MobileMe retail boxes would be removed from Apple stores in anticipation of something big. In June, users could no longer subscribe or renew their subscriptions on the MobileMe website, and at WWDC 2011, absolute iconic WWDC, by the way, this is where iCloud came out. The release of this revolutionary cloud-based service, which improved where MobileMe and its precursors could not, and was announced for some time in fall of 2011. And the nice thing about this, it entirely replaced MobileMe, by the way, and they would run it concurrently until like 2012. But like the cool thing about iCloud was it was free from its base storage capacity. I believe it was about 5 gigabytes. I will fact check myself if I am wrong, because it was completely free on the first stage. So like before, you had like MobileMe, you had .Mac, you had iTools. All of these you were completely paid for, and there was no free stage. So this is why iCloud became cemented as the cloud service that we have today. And because they had a free starting point, because before, most of the time, these cloud services, especially through Apple, you had to pay for it. So yeah. And yeah, these were the precursors to iCloud and iCloud itself, and why some of those precursors were failures, like MobileMe and stuff like that. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share to someone that might find this interesting. Also, when you subscribe, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you're notified when I come out with brand new videos. This has been Derek from Certified Legacy, and I will see you in the next video.